I was going.
After taking a 7-year hiatus, guess what's back? Please excuse the disruption. Let's get going. I'm one of your co-hosts, Sam Webster. I'm with Zuck Weinford here. Hey, Zuck. Do they give you one of those headbands when you move to New York?
Yeah, they actually just send them in the mail when you get your change of address. Free ones. It's pretty nice.
And let's get going with the rundown here. It's very fancy. Let's talk about the additions and subtractions that everybody made this week. Marshawn Lynch traded for Matt Stafford and Steve Smith Sr. Steve Smith Sr. is gone. So what do you think of Nick dropping Steve Smith?
I don't get it.
It's completely ridiculous. It's incomprehensible. I'm so angry. I'm not sure that's a word.
When I first saw it, I thought he just dropped Marshawn Lynch. It's basically what he did.
And then, well, Lynch is injured, sure, but you can't expect him to be this shitty all year, can you?
No.
You can't. And elsewhere in the league, Moan dropped Marshawn Lynch's backup, Rawls. Can you believe that?
I mean, he has Marshawn Lynch on the bench, and did he just not? Did you think Marshawn Lynch was going to play this week and just drop him, or did he?
Very poor maneuvering by Moan. That's probably why he's so low in the Commissioner's Power Rankings.
No, the Commissioner's Power Rankings are the Commissioner's Power Rankings. Let's just say that.
The fact that I'm not one is egregious.
I can't believe I'm not one. Who did he have? Oh, well, Kevin has a pretty good team. He's 4-0. He deserves to be number one.
Kevin's all right. We'll talk about the wait. You hear that ding? On to topic number 2. This week we got the big matchup is the Commissioner against his feuding partner and defending champ, myself. We're going to talk about myself on the show. Can you believe that? Zuck, who do you have in this matchup? Yahoo projects it very one-sided.
Well, right now I'm looking at it. It looks like the Weinherd Diner 49ers are projected to win because they have quite a few points gotten from Frank Gore.
True.
But I'm looking at their team. Eli Manning, not expecting much from him.
If he doesn't throw anything to Beckham, Sam Webster, myself, is in the clear.
I mean, it's a risky strategy going with the quarterback wide receiver combo because you either get a lot of points or you just get no points.
No. Now, Zuck, I understand going with that if you have a Tom Brady and a Rob Gronkowski, such as studs inflated balls. But can you really rely on Eli Manning and Odell Beckham?
I mean, you can rely on Odell Beckham. I'm not sure about Eli Manning, though. I mean, if he throws a touchdown, it's going to Odell Beckham, but he might not throw one.
The media is calling Odell Beckham God's gift to sports. Is this man stoppable? Can he be stopped?
Well, he can catch pretty much anything, but he can be stopped if you just don't let him have the ball thrown to him.
Not fantasy related. Have you ever sucker punched a man at your job?
Not yet.
Well, you're in a different class than Odell Beckham. We got our next thing on our rundown is very cleverly written, as you can see. We're calling it Fantasy. This week, there's a matchup, Studs Inflated Balls versus Tarzana Nomads. Now, one clearly a Patriots fan. I think they're both Patriot fans. But Tarzana Nomads is going up against the New England Patriots. Who should he be rooting for, Zuck? What side are you on? Real football or fantasy?
Well, I'm on the real football side because last week...
No, Zuck, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You can't win money watching real sports unless you live in Las Vegas or you're on some illegal website. I love...
What kind of person roots against their favorite team, though?
Me? I will gladly.
I feel like the situation happened last week.
Peyton Manning's playing me. I hope he throws 7 interceptions.
I think you were playing Demaryius Thomas last week, and were you rooting for him to, fumble the ball every time?
I was rooting for him to get us to the 1 and then fumble it out of bounds. Except I don't think that'd be a lost point.
Although last week was the perfect situation for a Broncos fan. The win and the win.
That's right. And we move on to our next segment. We call it 1 Good Minute, 4 Shitty Minutes. With our, we have a very special guest here all the way from Tarzana. He's nomadic. we have Alex Webster here.
Hello!
Now, Alex, let's dive into it.
By the way, first of all, I just want to agree with you. I hope Brady throws 7 interceptions tomorrow and Gronkowski drops a touchdown in the end zone. Because I paid $100 to be in this league, and I want to win money. I could care less about the Patriots' win-loss record.
You would pay the last 20 years of your life to be a Patriots fan?
Our fantasy segment is reigning true.
What do you got?
All right. Well, since we have a fantasy football expert here with us, let's talk about fantasy football. Why it's a fantasy football show. So Nick has been making some questionable moves. We were going to talk about Nick in one of our topics, but we decided to dedicate 5 minutes to him because his team is a dumpster fire right now. What do you think about the most recent move, dropping Steve Smith? And also, tell us, what do you think about dropping trading Marshawn Lynch for Matt Stafford, a turnover-prone quarterback?
What an idiot! Trading a running back 1 for a quarterback in this league? By the way, he dropped Steve Smith Jr., Senior, sorry, when he could have dropped Roy Helu Jr. of the Oakland Raiders, who is a seldom used backup.
Hello!
So I don't know what he's thinking there, but I just want to say thank you. From all of us, thank you, Nick, for being this year's shitty team. Because every league needs one. And we got one with you this year. We thought it was going to be Stud because he's an old man. Yeah, I said old man. And he doesn't know how to play fantasy, but he's been doing well.
It's too bad he's a Patriots fan, though, for picking up everyone in the Patriots.
Last year, and thank you. We got Nick this year, everybody. Free win this season.
Talk about a good minute.
The one thing happened when Nick did offer me a trade, though. It was Kyle Rudolph for, what's his face?
What is his face?
For Melvin Gordon. And when I first saw the trade, I was at work, and I was like, oh my god, I need to accept this just in case it was a mistake, as quickly as possible. Because I thought it was such a stupid trade.
And then he ends up giving you Rudolph right back.
And I get Demaryius Thomas with it, too.
So so bad. I guess if you boil it down to it, he gave you Demaryius Thomas for nothing.
Nothing.
Basically.
Nothing. He got no game.
I don't know what he got out of it, but...
And his best player, LaShawn McCoy, is out for 4 to 6 weeks, or 2 to 4, whatever it may be.
Roethlisberger on the bench.
He's done.
Why is he hanging on to Roy Helu? Why did he feel the need to get rid of him?
He's so bad, our guest doesn't even know how to pronounce his name.
Maybe he was golfing one day, and he's like, this fantasy football is stressing me out too much. I need to really let this go, and he just decided to get rid of his team.
He gave $100 to a very valuable charity. We thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
The Zach Weinford charity.
Didn't you?
He does thank you.
Had to have another Bills player. Thank you, Nick.
Well, it feels like we're piling on. We are. Nick, thank you for your money and thank you for your participation. We hope to see you next year.
Yes.
Where you will
sign up for next year.
Where first overall you will pick Ryan Fitzpatrick. And we'd like to thank our guest, Alex Webster, for his 1 good minute and his 4 really shitty minutes in what we're calling exactly that.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you.
Owner
good
of
to
the
see you guys, too.
Nomads. Former BWL MVP.
Home run king.
I
I believe he's the career leader in home runs in the BWL too, so.
Yeah, no, he won a Cy Young, I'm mistaken. Well, Zuck, that means we're off to the tremendous finale. First matchup, we got Team Rectum Blasters, that is yourself, up against Honey Nut Julio's, that's Luke. Who you got?
I got the Team Rectum Blasters by about 100.
Good. We're alternating here. You're supposed to give me a matchup.
All right, second matchup. We got Weiner Diner 49er versus back-to-back.
Well, we already went over that in the discussion.
What do you got?
I guess we didn't pick a winner. I got me, only on this is not a biased show. Simply, I'm Tarzan, we got Hillbilly Boners, Ryan Pembroke up against Shiny Poop. That's Scott. Who you got?
I got the Hillbilly Boners.
That is the upset of the week. Can you believe that?
I just don't have much faith in Scott's team, man. Devontae Freeman, 0 touchdowns this week. He's going to get 5 points.
We got the much talked about Nick over Moan. What do you think, Zuck? Does Nick have a shot?
I think he does, just because Moan's team is equally as bad. I always question whether fantasy football takes skill or not, and then I just look at Moan's team and I guess it does.
And our last matchup, we got the 4-0 Kevin up against Sean Steelers in 11th place. What do you think?
I got the other upset of the week. I'm going with Sean Steelers. Peyton Manning and getting them 30 points this week. And that's all he needs. I feel like the Pats are... Aaron Rodgers having a poor week. Emmanuel Sanders, nothing.
So what you're saying is upsets every matchup. It's unbelievable.
It's going to be an exciting week. What can I say?
It's almost like you don't believe in Yahoo rankings. Is that true?
I love the Yahoo rankings, but I don't like them this week.
Is that possible? All right. Let's see what we did wrong. It turns out nothing. Everything was correct.
Can we get Tony Reality come or